If you live in South Africa and driven on the N1, you've probably been flashed out of the fast lane. More likely than not, the culprit is somebody who was driving this model and it probably had blue lights attached to it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this review of a mid-size luxury SUV which needs absolutely no introduction, the BMW X5. The model you see on screen is a 2018 BMW X5 xDrive30d M Sport, and in this video we'll be reviewing its design, its interior and practicality, how it drives, and its price. Without wasting any time, let's jump right into it. The third generation BMW X5, codenamed the F15, was first unveiled to the public in May 2013 at the Frankfurt International Motor Show. Designed by Mark Johnson, this car did not deviate too much from its predecessor, the E70. In terms of dimensions, this third generation X5 is 4.89 meters long, 1.94 meters wide, and 1.76 meters tall. This translates to a 2.2-ton crossover which presents a very intimidating silhouette in your rear view mirror. The F15 was in production from 2014 and remained virtually unchanged until 2018, where it was replaced by the fourth generation, codenamed the G05. Some elements which look great on this vehicle include adaptive headlights which lead into the kidney grille, a bonnet with strong creases, air vents on the front fender, 20-inch wheels, L-shaped tail lamps, and split exhaust pipes. Overall, I love how the design of this car stood the test of time and in my opinion remains the benchmark of mid-size luxury SUVs of this era. But what are your thoughts on the design of this car? Would you opt for the BMW X5 or would you go for its arch nemesis, the Mercedes-Benz GLE SUV? Let me know in the comment section below, and while you're at it, please like, share and subscribe. Do all of those YouTube things, I really do appreciate it. Moving to the interior, and it's nothing short of what you'd expect from a car of this stature. In front of you is a multifunction steering wheel with pedal shifters on it, and behind it is an optional digital instrument cluster. Over here you'll see vital information to do with the car, and it changes its appearance based on the driving mode you are in. To your left is an iDrive touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay. I love how responsive it is, and wireless phone projection just makes connecting so seamless. I'm a guy who loves his music, and the Harman Kardon sound system in this car does not disappoint. These sports leather seats do a good job of holding you in place without compromising on comfort for daily driving. The optional sunroof also adds an air of light and space to an already palatial cabin. Overall, I love how this interior looks and feels. It is well appointed, and the quality of materials in here is a reminder that you are driving in a luxury vehicle. Moving to the back seat, and you can see why so many X5 owners prefer to be driven around in them. Legroom and knee room are generous, and the rear seats can be moved back and forth and can also be reclined, making it easy to find the perfect seating position. You also have an armrest with cup holders, but another important feature is the fact that this bench has a 40-20-40 split. Further practical touches include pouches behind the front seats, aircon vents and controls, and some space to put small items. The previous owner of this vehicle optioned it with a third row of seats, making this X5 a 7-seater. While this row isn't as accommodating as the second row, you can still carry adults in here for short distances. To make those trips more bearable, you have aircon vents as well, but you don't have a place to rest your arm, unfortunately. Moving to the boot, and one thing that makes an X5 an X5 is the split tailgate. You can use the bottom part as a picnic chair. With all 7 seats up, there isn't much room in the boot as expected, but with the third row of seats folded down, you've got about 650 liters to play around with. If you also opt to fold down your second row of seats, your total cargo space comes up to an impressive 1,870 liters. Under your boot floor, you've got hidden storage for your tender documents or your stethoscope, depending on what you are into. Under the hood is a dream of an engine. You've got a 3-liter 6-cylinder turbo diesel unit producing 190 kilowatts of power and 560 Newton meters of torque. This 30D variant accelerates from 0 to 100 km per hour in 6.9 seconds and goes on to a top speed of 230 km per hour. According to BMW, this vehicle is claimed to return 6.2 liters per 100 kilometers, but over the time that I had it, I was getting around 8 liters per 100 kilometers, which is still a respectable number for a car of this size. Out on the open road, the BMW X5 is an absolute pleasure to drive. The first thing that you notice is how smooth the ride is, especially when you pull away from traffic lights. The power delivery from that 3-liter engine is amazing, and it debunks the myth that diesel engines are always going to be agricultural. While it might sound like a cliche, the X5 feels like it shrinks around you, especially at higher speeds, doing a good job of hiding its heft. The suspension also feels supple on bumpy surfaces without compromising on driving dynamics on twisty roads. The addition of ambient lighting makes nighttime drives feel a bit more special, but I wish the lights were brighter and that there were more color options. Overall, I enjoyed my time with the X5, and it's a car that I can picture myself doing many trips in. So, what's the damage? At the time of recording, this exact 2018 BMW X5 xDrive30d M Sport was listed for 629,900 Rand. If you finance that over 72 months at an interest rate of 11.75% with no deposit and no balloon payments, expect your monthly installments to be 12,300 Rand. If you add 2 full tanks of diesel, your monthly cost should come up to around 15,800 Rand. Brand new, the BMW X5 came standard with a 5-year 100,000 kilometer motor plan and a 2-year unlimited kilometer warranty. The previous owner of this exact model extended the motor plan by an additional 2 years, so this car was still covered at the time of recording. So, what are my final thoughts on the 2018 BMW X5 xDrive30d M Sport? As this car becomes more and more accessible on the used market, it continues being an interesting proposition for those looking for a luxury experience on a budget. The design is timeless, the engine is powerful and efficient, and sheer driving pleasure comes standard thanks to the badge on the nose. In my opinion, this is as close as it gets to a perfect all-rounder. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to the channel. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, take care and stay driven. Guys, I know how it looks, nah? But I can promise you that I wasn't going to that adult store in the background. There was no parking in front of Checkers, and I wanted to go get some groceries.